I don't know about you, but I know a lot of you can relate probably to my crypto journey. It's just been crazy. It's been crazy. And if you go back, like back here, as we're entering the depths of the bear market in this previous cycle, or even back here, the previous bear market, I would have never anticipated that in this moment, at the very beginning of what I think is going to be an amazing bull season, especially for altcoins, I would have never guessed or anticipated what my two top cryptos would be. And I know many of you, as you're watching this video, you already know what they are. But I want to lay out why this is the case as we start this year. It's not just, I didn't just take darts and throw them at the dartboard to pick these two. It really is something my crypto journey led me to at this moment. And the beginning of next alt season, I'm sure will look different. I don't know. But let's jump into the video, everybody. If you're out there, I hope you have a happy new year as we round this year out. I just thought it would be a good idea just to, as we get ready for, I think, a parabolic altcoin season, I think it would be a good idea just to talk about my two tops. So hit the subscribe, hit the like on the way in. Let's just jump in a video. I want to make note of something. This is not my full portfolio, but these are absolutely my two top holds right now. I have others that I think are going to just do insane. And this might be the case that we enter an altcoin season where outperformers are just found all over the place. But let me explain why these two coins are my two top picks for 2025. It is a value investor's dream when it comes to crypto, because what we have here are two things. We have two coins that are, number one, underdogs right now in the crypto space, which I think it's like a pressure cooker. When you have an underdog that has incredible fundamentals, it's like a pressure cooker. It's going to explode out of nowhere. That's what we get with these types of coins. And number two is, from a value investor's perspective, they are so undervalued with the insane fundamentals that if we get altcoin season, these things are going to explode. We have Cardano and we have Dog, the number one meme coin on Bitcoin. They couldn't be any more different. But the two pairs, because we're going to look at the upside potential of these, the pair together, it's like they were just made for me and my risk appetite. Because I think, especially after we just endured a crazy bear market, this is what Bitcoin looks like. We went through the entire Bitcoin bear market, and Bitcoin exited the bear market, just broke all-time high, broke 100,000, and right now altcoins getting ready to do something kind of like what I think we saw back here in 2017, right? So if you want to get a sense of where I think we are in the cycles, this is just such a nice area. This huge dip right after altcoin season started, Bitcoin dominance falling, huge dip right now on the crypto space, March 2017, and then incredible bull market. This is kind of where I think we are right now, and I think 2025 is lining up to be insane. Not going to go over the fundamentals of it. We all know, I've talked about it nonstop. Everybody's been talking about it. Institutions, governments, first U.S. pro-crypto president, all of it. Let's talk about these two cryptos, starting with Cardano. Here's Charles. He just posted yesterday. He said, next year, Cardano's going to heights it's never been before. We've got Bitcoin DeFi, Midnight, partner chains, all the DApp upgrades, Midgard, and he says some extra stuff that's going on that maybe we haven't even seen yet. Now, the scale up, so Midgard, I know it's not talked about a lot, but that really relates to the scalability features that Cardano is bringing to the markets. But I think people are underestimating how big this is going to be. Bitcoin DeFi, partner chains, right? I'm thinking about Ripple stablecoin and Cardano. I'm thinking about how bridges are starting to be built. Midnight is going to bring insane exposure to Cardano. So this is in this atmosphere where Cardano is an underdog. I just posted this yesterday, and I wanted to integrate it into this video because I think this is something I've never seen before. I see, and you all see the spam comments all the time, new tokens launching, and you see just massive amounts of spam trying to pump the token. I've never seen spam comments, bots. And keep in mind, there's money behind this. Even though it's a bot, there's people behind this that are like pushing this agenda. Why are they doing this? And the question is, why are they doing what I posted about? And again, I've never seen this before. Paid bots posting endless negative comments, especially about Cardano. Like there's just some general, crypto crash comments. The bears are just looking for cheaper prices. but most of them are really geared towards Cardano in my comment section. What's crazy to me is that while these are clearly some kind of spammy bots, it's very real people behind the act. When it comes to 2025 altcoin season, this might be the newest, most bullish piece of data. And I like what Cardano Whale said. Thank you, generous, probably Ethereum people. And because he's saying thank you because this is bullish. This is exactly what we want to see for a coin like Cardano, which is so incredibly undervalued right now. And I want to make a note. I saw another comment from another crypto content creator. If I can find it, here it is, Luckside Crypto. Same exact usernames posting on my channel. Not only that, but they flipped and started posting bullish comments when ADA was green. Pure manipulation happening when it comes to Cardano right now. And ask yourself, why is that? As we really evaluate these cycles and where we are in these cycles, where we are, I think, in altcoin season, why is there manipulation for Cardano right now? Why have whales been accumulating ADA at this stage of the cycle? And so all of the fundamentals we just saw in Charles' post, and there's more, right? What Cardano is bringing to the crypto space, all of the fundamentals, and it's sitting down here as a top 10, $29 billion market cap. The upside is incredibly large. If we look at this chart right now for Cardano, you can just see obvious consolidation on the weekly, but we talk about this a lot lately. $250 billion market cap, everybody. It's like a $7 ADA. And that's half. That's doing half of what Ethereum did last cycle. I know I have this here, 31 ADA, $1 trillion market cap. That has nothing to do with this cycle. It's just a note for myself. But $250 billion. And if we get just a parabolic altcoin season, that is, I think, a very conservative target for ADA, $7 to $8. But what does a blow off top look like? Are we going to do what Ethereum did last cycle with all of this stuff that is going on with this underdog? This is an undervalued blue chip. It is probably the biggest undervalued blue chip, and it's why it remains one of my favorite altcoins and my top hold going into this cycle. And realize, I know there's people like, dude, maybe you'll get like a 10x, a 15x out of it. You can get a 20, 30, 40, 50x in other places. That's going to lead me to my comments about dog and why it's a huge play in my portfolio. But please take note of something so important, at least to me. 10, 15x targets to the upside for a blue chip crypto. You know why I like that? Because the risk on something like Cardano is just less risk on these blue chips than the other crazy lower cap coins that, yeah, they have 50x potential, 75, 100x potential, but you are taking a way larger risk with your capital in those plays. So as a foundational play of mine, to take a blue chip that is still so undervalued and has such massive upside, I mean, we're looking at Bitcoin maybe can double from here, right? And then people are going to really start calling the top. You look at something like Cardano, it can 10x, and that might not even be the top yet, right? So that's why it's my number one coin. I talk about it all the time in terms of all of the other bullishness that is going on with it, but I just wanted to really lay that out and just set the tone for the top two altcoins for me. Now, the play that really gets me very excited is this one. It's Dog, the number one meme coin on Bitcoin. And I'm sure you've seen some of my content about it, but I'm just going to go over this very briefly. This is the creator of Dog, Leonidas over here. Dog doesn't have a team, doesn't have a treasury, does not have IP controls, does not pay key opinion leaders. And notice, Dog is it has separated itself from every other meme coin in the space. It doesn't pay market makers, does not pay centralized exchange listing fees, does not favor whales or insiders, does not live on a centralized testnet. And one thing he didn't mention, it is the number one meme coin on the number one chain in the world. This is Bitcoin's first bull cycle where it has meme coins. And that ecosystem has not even exploded yet. It is at the beginning stages. The tier one listings have not even happened yet. When this happens, we get a sense in yellow what Doge did last cycle. We're going to look at the charts. But when this happens, Dog is going to fly. And a really good illustration is last cycle, SHIB went from 700 million to 22 billion in 4 days. So my question for you is, like, what do you think the number one meme coin on the number one chain in the world, Bitcoin, can do if it gets a similar type of altcoin blast off like SHIB got. Dog is at 700 million right now. This was December 4th. And right now, if we want to look at the charts, it's at 570 million. Obviously, crypto is in a bit of a dip right now. But it is not even, as I just video, 2025 yet. And I think it's going to be an insane year in 2025. What I want to mention is when it pairs up with ADA, right? We just looked at 10, 15x potential. This is where my portfolio really likes dog, because this is a high reward, lower risk meme coin play. Why is it lower risk? Well, mainly these points. This is not like a cabal meme coin. This is not a manipulated meme coin. This is a completely fairly distributed meme coin. Even with Leonidas, the founder of the coin, this is completely distributed, right? So when it comes to the manipulation, it's not there. And the other thing is this, it's on Bitcoin. So if we do have a Bitcoin bull season, if we have a Bitcoin supply shock and Bitcoin absolutely blasts off as the governments are racing to gather and buy Bitcoin, let's just say Bitcoin doubles 180, right? Bitcoin's hitting 180. I just absolutely think in the middle of altcoin season, this will be the meme coin play of all plays, and it will only happen one time, because this is the first cycle that meme coins are on Bitcoin, and this is the number one meme coin on Bitcoin, and it really is not complicated. It's just an adorable dog meme coin that is completely decentralized and distributed, and it's on Bitcoin. And so if we're looking at the upside potential, this is where the risk reward comes into play for me. Now we're talking about if dog just, the narrative really is dog flipping Doge. I think it's very much in play. Doge is like, it's like a top coin. Look at this. Dogecoin is number 7, and that's with Tether in there. So it's number 6, sitting at $46 billion market cap. There's only so much more upside for Doge. But let's just say dog doesn't catch up to Doge. Let's say Doge goes to $120 billion market cap this cycle, and dog just fails to flip Doge. Let's just say it happens. I think dog can flip Doge, but let's just say it fails to flip Doge, and Doge makes its way to 100 billion plus, and dog has a good cycle, but it only goes to where Doge is right now. Do you realize this? This is 80x. This is 80x. If the number one meme coin on Bitcoin makes its way to where Doge is right now. And I really do think all of the right supply shock, decentralization, fairly distributed just features of dog is what absolutely can propel dog to make this move, this cycle. This is in yellow, Doge last cycle. So if we're talking about dog, this most rare meme coin, this cycle, and what it can do, I'm saying if it underperforms and it doesn't catch up to Doge, not even really close, but it gets to Doge where it is right now, and it just makes it to $46 billion market cap. That's an 80x. What if it flips Doge? What if it surpasses what Doge did last cycle? Look at this. We're getting into 140x potential right here. And notice how we're in a current dip right now. If you would have done this back here at the previous swing high, look at the dramatic difference, right? So from the previous swing high just days ago, if it was to reach where Doge is right now, we're looking at like a 47x. Right now, we're in an environment where if it does that, we're back in this massive upside potential scenario of 80x and beyond. So that, as you can see, if you're looking for those crazy 50x plus gains for this bull cycle, this is why it balances my portfolio very nicely in a way that I'm very comfortable with. If we're going to get a bull market for 2025, if it's going to be epic and we're going to see gains, I am very confident dog is going to perform insanely well. And I think that is a lower risk play when compared to any other 50 to 100x play that you're trying to spot out there. So yes, it balances my ADA portfolio very well because maybe ADA is not going to deliver the 50x for me this cycle, but I get that from something like dog. And that is all within context of if this cycle is going to happen. So we're going to continue doing this, tracking the Bitcoin charts, the Bitcoin cycle, the altcoin season cycle. We're going to continue tracking it all in the shorter term and the longer term. But if this plays out, everybody, I just think this balance between these two underdogs, these are top value plays, meaning they are so insanely undervalued right now when compared to their competitors and what's happening in the market, that the upside potential in 2025 bull season is just so there. And the balance of it, as far as the risk reward, is just very nice for me. And so put aside all the other altcoins that I hold. I have other altcoins. I have other meme coins. But these are the top two, and it's foundational to my portfolio. And as we get ready to start 2025, as we go into this new year, I wanted to really just explain that and just present it to y'all. Not trying to convince anybody of anything. This is where my crypto journey has led me. It's insane that getting ready to start 2025, that ADA and DOG are my top two holds. But I just wanted to explain very simply and briefly why it's the case. And it's going to be very fun to watch, to see what happens to these two coins into 2025. So I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all of your support out there over the years. And I hope you're having a very good end to the 2024 year. And I hope you have a blessed and awesome beginning of 2025. So truly, may God bless each and every one of you, your families, keep you all safe out there, and appreciate all of you. Hit the subscribe, hit the like if you enjoyed this content. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.